Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and today we're gonna take a look at how should I go about this? We're gonna take a look at CHOUX. We're gonna take a look at CHOUX. We're gonna take a look at CHOUX as CHOUX as how many more ways can I mispronounce this? I bet I could do it like 15 different ways and still not get the correct pronunciation. So I did see what the character was, but as soon as I realized this wasn't a full stream today and it was just a video, I stopped watching. So I get to see the stuff with you folks. So let's watch this together here. I'll try not to pause it too much. I promise you I will still, but I'll try not to do it too much. So the description at the bottom here, I'm less than a second in and I've already paused it once. The description is an adorable girl who wishes to become a Suin. Players can meet CHOUX starting from August 27th. So do note, I thought this was going to be released tomorrow, but it is not. So we don't know what's tomorrow yet, I don't think. And that means it's a week from now until we see CHOUX. What the heck do I call her? I'm going to call her CHOUX. We're going to go with CHOUX. And kind of surprising to me because I assumed we were going to get something newish today so that they can have a week and then we get something new as they do the 2-year anniversary. But maybe they're going to do new, you know? So let's see how far we can get before I pause it again. A human child who was raised by a mouse Suin couple and dresses like a Suin. Her small spotted mousy pastry can always be seen at her side. So okay. It is adorable. I wanna freeze a couple frames here. Just so we can get as many pauses in at once, and I want to see if there's any like cool frames during her special. So like, I'm sorry for doing this, but I like to look at each individual frame here to see what goes on. So she blows a horn and turns pastry into something. That's pretty cool. So it's like Elsa, but like not Elsa. Hey! Wow, look at those hands. That's intense. And then she's got a thing on her back and the mouse cap thing. And then as they're a mouse, they've got like the ball of yarn as the ear. And the mouse over there, also known as pastry. Hey, and then the little heart. I'm not sure if that's from pastry or if it's from her. And then the little smirk. Oh! And then the like super excitement. And then something comes up. See, is that pastry? Because pastry's on their side and they didn't move. Okay, that was super cool. I'm sorry for doing that. So VA is Carly Craig. I don't know who that is. Let me check really quickly. Carly Craig is an actress, singer, and South Florida native who is most known for her work on the CW's reboot of the iconic sketch show Mad TV. Interesting. So let's see if she's in any games that I know about. Hot Take, Donors, Binge, Game of Clones, Will and Grace for an episode. Heartthrobs. Again, okay, so another person that is just like a TV person and not a VA, which isn't a bad thing. I just like to point it out that that seems to be a theme lately, that they're not really going for people who are well known for VA right now. So
15년 전
15 years ago,
레펀더스 국경에 설산해서 한 갓난아이를 구조합니다. 가까스로 목숨을 구한 아이는
her animation is pretty cool here.
쥐수인 부부에게 입양되었고
Eat it!
마을의 유일
Eat it! Anything hiding over here? How much of y'all hate me right now? ER self imprint or ERAWE imprint
자신이 다른 이들처럼 수인이 아니란 사실을 알아채지만
realizes she's not a Suin. Oh, she doesn't actually have a tail. So everybody thought it was a dragon, but no, she's just dressing as a Suin, and it's a hiccups, and it's a an outfit.
때문에 무리와 어울리지 못하던 전박이지 크림을 도와준 이를 계기로 남들과 다르다는 건 큰 문제가 되지
After helping Cream, isn't the mouse's name Pastry?
않는다는 사실을 깨닫게 되고 이후 둘은 가장 친한 친구가 됩니다. 그리고 현재는 크림의 부탁으로 부모를 잃은 어린 전박이지.
She was trying to give all of her love and protection to Pastry. So there's Chew, there's Pastry, and there's Cream. Am I confused here?
보호하며 자신이 받은 만큼 아낌없는
Okay. So there are three different things. Like Pastry's the one she has on her shoulder that's just like being a bro, or whatever you want to call it, and Cream is the big ol' one that kicks some little booty. So her stats here, critical hit chance self-imprint for 17%. Not what I expected. 966 attack, very low attack, Ice Warrior. So I should have just went with what I thought it was going to be, which was an Ice Warrior. Instead, I tried to go out on a limb and be creative. Serves me right. 7,300 health, massive health, pretty great defense. She's got some speed, I guess. Let's see what else we have here.
생명력이 매우 높은 편입니다.
Very high stealth stat. Yep.
효과정을 올리거나
Come on, let me see the abilities.
확률을 보완할 수 있습니다.
Here we go. This is it. Help me, Cream. Help me, Cream. Oh no. So help me, Cream. While we do that, freezes all enemies before attacking with Cream. Increases critical hit resistance of all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, I think. And grants the caster immunity for 2 turns. Just the caster, not everybody. Damage dealt increases proportionate to the caster's max health. So one thing I want to say already before we go into this, I think I don't know what the rest of her set is, but I think abilities like this are really good targets for Soul Burn, where the Soul Burn would immunity to the whole team for like 3 turns instead of 2 turns to herself. I think something like that really helps flesh out a kit. So that's obviously like a big flaw in this. It only hits her. So having the Soul Burn fix that flaw is awesome. But I have no idea what her Soul Burn actually is. So let's see her next ability here. Whoosh! Attacks the enemy by widely swinging a spear. Penetrates the enemy's defense by 30%. When the caster's stacked focus is 5, consumes all focus. Penetrating the enemy's defense by an additional 20%. And resetting the cooldown of whoosh! Increases proportion to the caster's max HP. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll see how much damage this does. Let's see what it shows here.
대상의 방어력을 30% 관통합니다. 집중이 5개일 경우 모두 소모하여
5% and reset is pretty good. There was no burn on that again, by the way, so it's another skill 1 burn, which is not great.
피해량이 증가합니다. 또한 소울 10개로 피해량을 증가시킬 수도 있습니다. 1스킬.
Oh, it did say, with their soul burn, there was a soul burn. It's 10 souls to make it do more damage. Right there. I just missed it completely. Not like me to miss something. And then Chop attacks the enemy with a spear before increasing the caster's combat readiness by 15%. Whew. Oh boy, that's a lot of CR. So I believe, I always screw this up, but it's 15% base, right? So it goes up to 20% CR, and you can throw around a counter set. That seems pretty fantastic. Okay. Pretty interesting skill set. I don't know what to say about it yet. It's a DN Bruiser substitute if you don't need the healing but need other things, because you do get the extra damage to pierce defense. You do get self-immunity, you don't get the dispel, but you do get warrior artifacts, which are fantastic, and you do get CR boosts and stuff like that too. So this is her artifact here. 20% ER just as a base is pretty great. And when the caster suffers a non-crit, increases the combat readiness by 16%. Can only be activated once per turn. So that's pretty good, I think. Like, it's not that warrior needed another good artifact, but this is pretty great because with her critical hit resistance, like imagine a situation where you use her skill 3, give yourself immunity, give yourself critical hit resistance, somebody attacks you, you suffer a non-critical hit, boost your CR by Probably about 12% because people aren't going to have it maxed unless you're whaling. And then you also have a counterattack chance there where you can boost it by another 20%. So that's a 36% or like 30 CR boost potential there. Pretty good. I am pretty impressed by that. I'm not sure how impressed I am overall with this character. It's another Bruiser, which I feel like we didn't really need. Like, we needed answers for Bruisers, not an additional Bruiser, but it's kind of interesting to see how this is going to work. And the story sounds cute and fun to kind of read about, and I'm excited to try that out. So let's go see if the patch notes are up now and see what else is here. As for whether or not you should pull, no idea. We've got a week to figure it out. We'll see if we can get some stats on how she scales, because I think that's going to be pretty important, right? Like, if her skill 1 and skill 2 do no damage, then that's a problem. Does her skill 3 do damage? Yeah, her skill 3 does damage too, so maybe she just does a ton of damage, ton of bruiser damage, and you build her HP, crit damage, crit rate, and she just does boatloads of damage. And the thing is, with a counter set, she probably maybe doesn't need super high speed because you can boost herself up, but you won't have the CR up for that. So really curious to see how this works. One of the big things I would like to see in this game are more defense-based bruisers. I think this would have been a very good time to build a defense-based bruiser, because we really don't have many, and I think that's something we're really missing, because defense-based bruisers are usually what can handle the HP-based bruisers and people with too much HP or too many defenses. Like, defense-based bruisers are usually like a specialty to handle those, so that's what I'm hoping for soon. Anyway, let's check for the patch notes here. Okay, here we go. Actually a pretty big slider, so this is exciting. Guild War Endeavor season is open. Cool. Challenge team frame distribution. Cool. I don't think we're gonna get the top one. We're probably gonna get like the bottom one, but it's okay. It's okay. What else can we get here? Guild War progress. I hope nothing is changing. I'm not gonna read all that. I know I should be reading all that. Y'all get mad at me when I skip stuff like this, but in general, it's all kind of the same thing. We're getting Proof of Valor up to twice now, which is awesome. I really like getting a second Proof of Valor. I think it's a really, really helpful artifact. One that I really like to have on my PvE unit. So it's nice to get that too. One! Oh, okay. Oh my god. I almost lost my crap there. I thought it was 1 million gold for 30 energy. I was like, are you serious? But it's 1 million honor coins. Wow. It's mock battle new boat. Okay, so that's cool. It's mock battle. That means they're trying it out. I do like this. I do really like specialized stuff, right? Like, I really think that's something we should be getting into soon, is finding a way to limit what can be used in RTA. There we go. We can see it here. So you can do no duplicate classes. Cool. So we see who the banner is. Litica, Sword of Judgment. I don't recommend pulling on this one. I don't think either are necessarily too great. Litica's a great PvE unit for special stages that we don't really have. But Sword of Judgment is also a decent artifact, but Ranger has a lot of things that are similar to that too. Then we have Tywin of Crown of Glory. So we've got a new artifact for Tywin. Increases defense by 16%, removes 5 souls from the enemy when the caster suffers an attack that targets all allies. Cool. So that's pretty cool. How does this play into things? So this is going to hinder certain situations, right? Like, this means your Bazaar opener will remove 5 souls, which is decent, I guess, but interesting. I'm not sure how this is going to play out in practice. Like, it's not a... Maybe it's an arena thing, a guild war thing. Maybe it's... Yeah, arena or guild war, that's about it. One thing to note is the remove souls doesn't scale, right? So this is going to be one you only need 1 copy of. Obviously, more copies are better than no copy, or than than one copy, but you get the important part with it from this. So this is kind of cool. Interesting to see how this plays out in specific situations. Like, this is really a one where you're using it to counter a very specific thing. Expedition improvements. The button when you go to lobby to expedition will be improved. Before shows the button when you have a wanted flyer or when there is an expedition recruitment. Cool. It's just a little bit of help here. Cool. Just making it just a little bit better. Yep. Cool. Everything is basically just being like slightly improved here. The rules for time attack will be removed. The amount of basic rewards will be adjusted. Okay. Other adjustments, cool. Everything is about the same here, just like slightly better. Japan media pack update. We will continue to increase the number of Japanese media pack enabled heroes. So we are getting Mui, Tempest Surin, Pavel, Holiday Yufine, Ambitious Tywin. I'm really excited to hear the Mui. I actually realized I haven't heard the JP version. One thing I'm just desperately asking them, I'm actually going to forward this to Desperado very, very soon. I think we should be able to change which voice we are using individually. Like, so my Mui can be English, my Holiday Yufine can be JP, right? I'm just kind of thinking about this artifact again, and like, I'm just thinking about this one. This is a really weird patch to me. Like, one of the biggest concerns I hear from people lately is the Bruiser / stall nature of RTA for the people that play RTA. And this is not me speaking, since I don't really have an opinion on that because I don't participate in it much. I'm just going from what people tell me, right? And a lot of the RTA is just a ton of stalls and a ton of just like not fun battles. And I'm feeling like both things they added this patch just kind of amplify that, right? Like, Crown of Glory and the new Bruiser stall, whatever her name is, crew. Doesn't that just kind of super add to that? Because I feel like maybe one of the ways people were breaking through the tank teams were getting burns off. And imagine if you have like 2 artifacts or 2 knights with this on, and they try to open up with like a Faithless Lidica AoE or something like that. That's 10 souls gone, and it's not once per turn either, right? So it's just like infinite amounts. So this is kind of interesting. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of scared of what this artifact's going to mean. Anyway, let's keep going through here. Artifact pack, just what I wanted. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, we're getting an extra Molagora a week. That's exciting. 2 times per week. It still costs these. And by the way, those are hard to get. I'm running out, and I will be out in like 2 weeks. So I really need to summon a Guide or Aether so I can get a ton of them again. That's really good news. An extra Mola a week is huge. It adds up, right? It's not going to fix things, but it's a step in the right direction. Okay. Hero background settings. Hey, that's exciting. This is a great change. This is actually probably what I'm most excited for out of everything. It's just this background change. That's super exciting. I love the ability to do this. Cool. There's a pinned a lobby. Oh my god, they're doing all these cool changes. So this means that whatever team is pinned a lobby shows up on your stools. That's exciting. These are all things I get excited for. A feature on the battle ready screen where you can pre-select auto battle will be added. Okay, that's kind of cool too. All the trials improvements will be made so that blah 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 blah. Okay, just some showcase stuff here. Tutorial and story, automaton tower. Cool UI improvements. Skin UI improvements. Some typos will be fixed. Cool. Okay, so quite the interesting patch. Honestly, I'm very, very excited for things like this. Things like this give the game so much more life, and I know it's stupid, and I know people are like, blah, who cares? But people like me care, and the casuals care, and people who just enjoy the atmosphere of the game really like stuff like this, and it makes the game itself much more, what's the word? Like, encompassing? No, much more, like, environmentally awesome. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it makes you feel a little bit more attached to the game, right? And that's awesome. As for the characters here, CHOUX, I'm not sure what to say. I don't know if I'm going to summon for her. I have negative Mulligora at this point, and I have like 5 people I really want to do right now, so I don't know if I can warrant this, but I feel like I want to try, right? So it's one of those things where I want to pull, but I'm not sure if I can. So if we look at her, she's going to need 3 Mulligoras here so she can help her cream. I'm so sorry. 0 for Foosh, so Foosh doesn't need any. And Chop will need 4, so she needs to be +7, I would say, kind of minimum to take advantage of things, or if you want to be really skimpy, just +3 would be fine. So maybe it's doable. You're obviously not going to get as much out of her otherwise, but it's a decent amount, and I think that will be okay. I'm just kind of scared of this artifact. I feel like this is exactly what people were not asking for, so I'm really concerned about this. I'm really, really concerned. And we're just going to leave it at that because I don't know enough about this. If this is as much of a problem as I think it is, the RTA people will speak up, and we can listen to them because they have more experience. I don't feel right kind of putting my opinion out there when I'm not really comfortable or confident in what I say. So we're just going to end it here. As for whether or not you should summon for Lidica or Tywin, I don't think so. Crown of Glory, you might want to get a copy of. That's something to consider, especially since you only need 1 copy. But summoning for Tywin just feels pretty unfortunate. The other thing too to remember is, I know people are going to ask whether or not you should summon for CHOUX. The thing with CHOUX is she doesn't come out until the 27th, I think, or the 26th, somewhere in that time range, which is right before the 2-year anniversary, or 1 year. It's the anniversary stream, which is likely going to have a ton of reveals. So if you're wondering on whether or not you should pull for that, I would wait until that stream, see what's coming there, and then we will know what's coming in the next little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody!